This is the karma of all the people, of the world people. You cannot blame the governor alone, huh? Okay?
Yes, Master.
Many countries, they took all kinds of measures. Still, people are getting sick and dying. It could have been worse.
Yes, Master.
Heavens have been a lot. Otherwise, many more people would have died. Okay? So this governor, he's single. You know, he's lonely. He's pressurized with his job, and he probably needs company. Maybe he likes the girl. Maybe if they're dating for a while, maybe she likes him also. Then maybe they're married later. Who knows? If you're a woman, you should be proud to be a woman. If you're a man, you are proud to be a man. If you're gay, you should be proud to be a gay, because nowadays gay people can marry another gay, so what's the problem anymore? If you're a lesbian, you're proud to be a lesbian. God made you that way. Just be proud, be yourself. Everybody should worry, because if, after all, if I fail to negotiate, if humans continue their barbarous ways, things could happen to the whole world, and sudden, nobody has time to prepare, just like the pandemic. You got that? Alexander went to Jerusalem and asked to see the wisest persons there. When the other wise people came to him, Alexander told him, I love wisdom above all else in this world. If all of you can answer all my questions, I will let you live in peace. And the third question is, the light has been created first, or darkness has been created first? That's the three extra questions. Many of the other stories and many of the wise persons in the world has tried very hard to answer these questions. We help them to get out of the illusion.
Yes.
That's the best. That's the highest freedom ever. Otherwise, as long as you're here, even if you help them with money, you help them with housing, you help them with clothing, anything, you give them all the material comfort, they're still in illusion.
Yes.
The Muslims, they pray 5 times a day.
Yes.
But they don't know the tradition. 5 times is for the person who works all day and night also, and has family and all that. So 5 times is to make up for 2.5 hours.
Yes. Please keep watching to find out more.
Hello, Master.
Can you hear me, huh? One moment.
Yes, Master.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me now? Can you see me now?
Yes, Master.
Okay, lah?
Yes, okay.
I told you it's not easy to talk with you guys. Now you understand.
Yes, Master.
Now you see the problem, yeah?
Yes, Master.
Okay, it's good now. I fixed it. I'm not high tech, but I fixed it. Okay. Now, this is another place. I have another place in case, you know? In case that place didn't work, but it's some distance, yeah?
Yes, Master. Yes,
That's right. Okay, now, we can... You want the story, or you want question and answer? Or do you have any questions?
Yes, we have questions, Master.
Okay, you want question first, yeah? Okay?
Yes.
Oh, good. Because questions are always more urgent than stories. Story don't run away, yeah?
Yes, Master.
By the way, okay, question was good. All right. I have to move a little bit. Okay. Tell me. Yes.
Yes. Master, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, who has been in office since 2011, is embroiled in numerous scandals lately. It has been revealed that he did not disclose the true number of deaths in state nursing homes, 13,000 plus, and that a state attorney general report says that his administration undercounted the deaths by 50% plus. Master, do you know why the first number was so low and then suddenly became so high?
Mm. Well, I'm not there, okay?
Yes, Master.
I'm not there in America, so I don't have any proof for you. But things do happen, okay? Yes.
Yes, Master.
The numbers are low, maybe because they did not count it well before, yes?
Yes, Master.
But what is it that they accuse him of? And
They're saying it's an undercount, and because if he disclosed the true number, it would mean that he did not have the COVID-19 situation under control, that there were many more deaths in his state. And so that would make him look like he was a bad leader. So that they're saying that he was undercounting, giving a lower number than the actual number of deaths to make it look like he had the situation more under control.
I got it. How much was it?
13,000 plus deaths, Master.
That is the low or the high?
That is the high. They're saying that they undercounted. The figure they gave publicly was undercounted 50% plus. So they gave a lower figure, much lower than the actual true amount.
So the 13,000 is the low number?
13,000, the high number, Master.
High
13,000
number.
plus.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. So they reported maybe just about like 9,000 or something, or 8,000 or something, yeah? Right?
Yeah.
So this is the actual number. Well, I don't know. Maybe they did try to hide it because nobody really wants to report the deaths in your district or in your city, no? Mm.
Yes, Master.
And also, or maybe at the time they reported, the number was lower. And afterward, the number continued to rise and nobody reported to him.
Yes, Master.
Because they did not want to report to him, or because they did not count again, or because the nursing home did not report to his employee, his
Yes,
staff. So he doesn't know, or maybe they reported and he overlooked, or he has many other things to read and he forgot to read that. Or
Yes, Master.
it's not necessary that people try to hide. If he did, then it's also a very bad thing, of course, yes?
Yes, Master.
It was really utmost tragic for the families of the deceased. I cried a lot, feeling what they feel. You must know also, in that situation or in that position, people are so shocked in the beginning of the COVID. They probably had all kinds of different information that they don't know how to deal with. Understand?
Yes.
So they did what they think is the best. In the beginning, the symptoms were not clearly differentiated between this COVID and others, such as normal headache or just a cold or seasonal flu, etc. They are not medical experts. And even the top experts gave many confusing and damaging advice. Told you already. You know.
Yes, Master.
So what did the judge or the court say about this situation then?
It's under investigation right now, Master.
Oh, okay. Then maybe after the investigation, they say a different story, okay? Yes. But for what I'm thinking is they did not try really to hide it. Or maybe just, maybe mismatching or misinformation or too busy with many other things or just did not know how to deal with the situation.
Yes, Master.
Because in the beginning, the top officials, Dr. Fauci, even say different stories many times.
Yes, Master.
First, he say don't wear mask, and it's nothing. The common flu is even worse. So being a governor, he never has to deal with these things. So maybe he just tell his subordinate, okay, do what you think is the best, to protect people or whatever that information that's flowing between them. So the court has to decide then, according to the information, and the details and evidence. Okay, huh? Yes.
Master.
But I'm thinking people could be wrong, since he has been governor for a long time already, right? Yes.
Master.
Or he has never heard of a problem before, or? Yes? No, huh? This is the first time, right?
I'm not aware of his whole history, Master, but overall, he's been elected 3 times. So
Yeah, so he must have been trusted by his people, okay? So now this pandemic, it makes people crazy also, and also even affected by the energy of it. You don't have to be sick to be affected.
Yes, Master.
And of course, many officials don't know how to deal with that. It's a very bad thing if you try to hide the figures of the death or did not, handle it properly. But even in many countries, they handled it so-called properly. People are still dying in numbers.
Yes, Master.
In very, very large numbers. Even with lockdown and with all kinds of measurements, people are still dying. And the number was rising and rising. You remember?
Yes, Master.
And then they copy it and then it comes back again. Like for example, even New Zealand, they had it under control. And Vietnam or Taiwan, and then it just returns and returns.
Yes, Master.
So maybe it's just in the beginning, the governor also didn't know what to do. So he and his staff, or maybe he told his staff what to do, just do whatever you think is proper, and then they did that, yes? And of course they blame it on the head, not blame it on the staff that much.
Yes, Master.
Maybe it was a staff problem, but he did not want to blame it on his staff. He did not want to trash people. Yeah? And so the court has to look into all kinds of evidence and to judge him accordingly. You happy with my judgment?
Yes, Master. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Master.
This is the karma of all the people, of the world people. You cannot blame the governor alone, huh? Okay?
Yes, Master.
Many countries, they took all kinds of measures. Still, people are getting sick and dying. It could have been worse.
Yes, Master.
Heavens help been a lot. Otherwise, many more people would have died. Okay?
Yes, Master.
Right. What was the other question?
Yes, Master. Furthermore, he has been accused of inappropriate behavior by 3 women occurring between 2016 and 2020. 2 were former aides. An independent review will be launched. New York Attorney General Letitia James is choosing the investigation team instead of Judge Barbara Jones. Master, are you aware of these events, and what are your thoughts, or if you were the judge, what would you have to say?
I don't say anything because I'm not a judge, okay? But I would answer you because you asked me. Otherwise, you sleep with it and then you toss and turn with nightmares. By the way, yes, I read the news, so I came across it, okay? I came across these things. And I don't know if it's a big deal. They accuse him of like sexual harassment. Is that correct?
Yes, Master.
Yeah, because improper behavior has so many levels, so you have to say it correctly. Yeah.
Yes, Master.
That's what I read, yeah? Okay. What I think is, I don't know what to think. because I am not the governor. I am not the women that he has been accused by, or that accused him. But I'm thinking, if it's just like so-called harassment, I don't know what kind of harassment he measures out to his staff or to these women. But men, they like beautiful women, don't they? Yes?
Master.
Yes.
And is he single or married or widow?
Currently, he is single, Master.
Single, okay. Yes. So a single man is looking for single woman. Is something wrong with that?
No, Master.
Just because they are his staff, it's easier, you know. Every day they work together. Understand what I'm saying?
Yes, Master.
And the staff tendency is always being, of course, very friendly, very coordinated, very respectful toward him as their boss.
Yes, Master.
Yeah. So because of that, he feels that they are more lovely. Yes, more to his manly liking. No.
Yes, Master.
This is a problem when I work together with a woman and he's single. Then things could happen. But he didn't, according to the report I read, he didn't molest them or force them to do anything, did he? According to reports, yes or no?
I'm not aware of the specific
No.
allegations, but I don't think so, Master.
No, so okay, maybe he said something or he liked to do something with them. Maybe he's in love with them. In the span of 4 years, right?
Yes, between 2016 and 2020.
Yeah, 4 years, only 3 women. That's a very sparesome already. for a man his age and his position. And because he doesn't go out, he's too busy, so his staff is all he has. So maybe he says something, maybe he shouldn't say. Like, I saw one photo, he asked the woman can I kiss you? Can he kiss her?
Yes, Master.
So that is not like molestation or anything.
No, Master, that is not.
I think they blow it out of proportion. If that's all there was, and nothing more than that, then it's just maybe misbehavior. If all that was true, then probably also that he might be too lonely and just try to look for love. But he probably looked in the wrong place or expressed it in the wrong way. But who knows? Maybe he did not do half of what people say that he did to the women. It's not much to make a big deal out of it, you know. I mean, it's nothing worse than many of the stories of the Catholic Church priests that molested children. More than 10,000 over the years in France alone, according to reports and confession archives. They're little children, they're altar boys and other children. And nobody said anything. They did say something, but very little.
Yes.
I mean, what's the use of all these laws to protect children, to prosecute those children traffickers or children abusers, when there are revered, trusted priests who are doing the same thing? The law turns a blind eye to the helpless, innocent children victims. And here we are, chasing a single lay person governor for taking the courage to confess to a girl that he likes her. Think about it.
Yes.
I think if we talk about the law, we should talk about the church law first. It's more restricted. If you are a monk, you don't molest children. Even if you're normal people and you molest children, people bring you to court and bring you to jail, no?
Yes, Master.
So he's a governor. He just asks if he can kiss her or if he can, you know, even if he asks to go to bed with her, she can always say no. They are adult, no?
Yes, Master.
They're grown up or not?
Correct, Master.
A man has the right, or has not the right, but he can ask what he wants, and all you do just to say, "Oh, sir," right?
Yes, Master.
Yeah, why make a big deal and accusing him of whatever they do accuse him? If that's all there was, okay? He did not molest anybody. He did not force anyone into like a physical, sexual relationship or anything.
Yes, Master.
Yeah, just because now some people don't like the Democrat, and he's a Democrat, so they're trying to make it more big things. Just to show that they care, but this is not. It's not too fair.
Yes, Master.
But the thing is like this. I'm thinking, in my own experience, in life, yeah, men have the tendency to misread the signal from a woman. Because sometimes I had no intention on anything. I'm just respectful and friendly. And they think I like them.
Yes, Master.
Many situations like that, including my own vet doctors for my dogs before. But I did not accuse him or sue him for sexual harassment, nothing. Even he put a hand on my knee. Yeah. We went to see movies together with my staff also. And he insisted to sit next to me, and I didn't think anything. Then he put his hand on my knee, So I just moved, that's all. And he knew. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, Master.
And later I scolded my staff. I said, well, what were you thinking? Why you let him sit next to me? And they also say they didn't think anything. Yeah, and that man, vet doctor, was married even. Oh. Yeah. Later, because of an injured opossum with kids, I had to talk to him as my other vet refused to help. It was after midnight. So I said to him first, I forgive you, but don't do it again. All my staff knew about this, and they are still alive, including the vet. So this governor, he's single. You know, he's lonely. He's pressurized with his job, and he probably needs company. Maybe he likes the girl. Maybe if they're dating for a while, maybe she likes him also. Then maybe they're married later. Who knows?
Yes, Master.
Yeah, maybe he's in love with them, but that doesn't mean he's a sexual predator. Well, according to my opinion, because men, they misread, very, very likely to misread the woman's signal.
Yes, Master.
Because the staff, of course, they're respectful and friendly to their boss, no?
Yes, Master.
Yes, and of course, every man likes this kind of sweetness, gentleness, and respectful manners. So maybe he thinks he could try, but that doesn't mean anything. And she could always say no.
Yes.
Why didn't she say no until now? Why wait so long? I feel sorry for the woman also. We are in trouble all the time. Because if we are friendly, then we're misunderstood.
Yes.
If we are so stern and strict, then I don't know what else. They think we are, they call us something else.
Yes.
They say she's a bitch or something like that. But this humans' quality and manner sometimes very difficult to live with. Yes.
Yes, Master.
And I never had anything to do with Mr. Como, yeah. But it's just to be fair and just. That's what I think, all right?
Yes, Master.
And if I get into trouble, then it's your fault. But I don't care. Whatever. I say whatever I think. And always truthful. Yeah? Okay. So then they have to get more evidence. But if he's just flirting or asking if he can kiss her, that is not like a bombshell or a stunning picture or something like that. And I think we should not just exaggerate. We have to wait for the judge or the court to find evidence, yeah, and affidavits before they can make a decision and make a judgment. Okay.
Yes, Master.
That's why in Canada they have the law that when somebody is like a criminal suspect, yes, they don't let the newspaper know about it.
No.
Yes, because they worry that there will be like prejudice, yeah,
Yes, Master.
from the readers and from the public en masse. Then that will be not fair judgment on the criminal.
Wow. Yes.
I agree with that. Yes, because sometimes you can really misjudge somebody. Yeah, by just his character or his personality.
Yes.
I have been misjudged many times, during my life. So it's very difficult to immediately jump to conclusions, to judge somebody. Okay? Yes. Unless I really know from inside. Yeah. But I don't take care much of these government officials, so I don't look inside so much. I just look outside evidence according to the newspapers. I think it's not a big deal. They are both adults.
Yes, Master.
And it's nothing wrong for a man to like a woman, even if that's his staff. Yeah, nothing wrong. She doesn't have to like him. But that's not harassment.
No, Master.
No. Well, it could be a different story. Like if he is younger or more of that type, then she or one of them would have liked him. Then it would be a love story. Otherwise, it would be labeled as harassment. Bad luck. When I was working in the Red Cross, I told you already before, there was one of my bigger bosses. He saw me outside in the corridor one time when I went to the restroom. And since then, he kept coming to my office during the coffee break. He just sat there reading newspapers in front of me. He asked my smaller boss, who normally sit in front of me, not same table, but the two tables together. She sit in front. So I don't know how he asked her to go away, and then he came and sat there often. But I never went out and sued him like sexual harassment or anything. Yeah. He sat there and I sat there. I worked. I did my work. He read his newspapers. Even though one time, a couple of times, he told me that he said something very, very complimentary, like, "Oh, we never see such a beautiful woman like you working in here," something like that, But that is not a harassment. Even if he so obviously came and sat in front of me all the time. Well, luckily, I quit anyway. After a while, I went somewhere else because my ex-husband had to move to work elsewhere.
Yes, ma'am.
So we moved. I don't know what is a happy ending to tell you. It's not the first time, and he's not the only one, but men, they like women. So if they express some desire toward you, and if you don't like him, you just do something to let him know that you're not interested.
Yes.
I showed him my wedding ring. There's no need to sue a man just for that. Oh my God. He probably is lonely, just work. The staff is all he knows, and he goes out nowhere. He should have gone to the bar and get chatting or something. But maybe it's not his style.
Yes, Master.
If he didn't do anything more than that, I think it's decent enough of him. Being single and in his position, and he's just asking if he can kiss her.
Yes, Master.
Nowadays, he should not ask because of COVID, People, they are even writing in the newspaper, they say, "Don't kiss." Even they say couples should not kiss. Okay, maybe they should have worn a mask, inside the office. Then that question won't come up, Oh, well, my God, what a gossip, huh? Okay, it's good. Any other questions?
Master, there has been some news recently about gender identity and the use of gender-neutral terms. In the US, the House of Representatives unveiled new internal rules removing gender pronouns and family relationship terms. Terms such as mother, father, sister, and brother have been replaced with parent, sibling, child, etc. Also in the UK, some hospitals are changing regulations to move away from female gender terms in the maternity department, and now breastfeeding is to be called chest feeding and breast milk to be chest milk, and so on. Master, what do you think about these new policies coming into effect?
Chest don't have milk. Breast does. We all know that. Nowadays, many things you read, many things you hear, you could not believe your eyes or your ears. It's like people, like even the government, want to pass into law to change the gender into all to become like trans, become like neutral gender. But how can you be neutral? You are just the way you are. There's only 1 in 6 people are trans, gay, lesbian, or others, bisexual. But to please them, the government or many people suggest or pass into law or already pass into law to change the gender. Like, cannot call mother anymore or woman anymore. If you say a mother, you have to say birthing bodies or uterus holder or chest feeder. All this is really, seriously, so ridiculous. It's a laughing stock that they spend so much time doing such silly things. Nowadays, people just doing something I don't understand, quite quite funny. And seriously, it's so, I don't know. I mean, if you are a woman, you should be proud to be a woman. If you are a man, you are proud to be a man. If you are gay, you should be proud to be a gay, because nowadays, gay people can marry another gay, so what's the problem anymore? If you are lesbian, you're proud to be a lesbian. God made you that way. Just be proud, be yourself. In wanting to please trans, actually is the opposite effect. They are degrading the trans people. They make the trans people, feel guilty for changing the genders of everybody else on the planet. They're just 1/6. And they make everybody else change, and that makes them feel guilty and feel ashamed. I'm sure some of them, or many of them, would feel ashamed about that. This is more obvious like that. Just like if a person has black colored skin, and you make everybody else smear their face with ash or something to make them, all of us or everybody, look like a black person. And this is ridiculous also. God made him black. Let him be black. God made us white, and let us be white. This is ridiculous. The world's getting more and more crazy or something. Some of the governments. My God. Also, this kind of gender terms change is degrading, very degrading to motherhood and to the dignity of women, of womanhood. In my opinion, it's a no, 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 no. A mother, a woman, is a sacred being. It's not a thing like children bearer machine or uterus holder, etc., etc. Now, how would they want to address Mary, the mother of Lord Jesus, or the mother of the Buddha, as well as many women saints and sages who are revered as holy mothers? This is terrible. This is really unacceptable. Any other questions?
Master, some companies invented tiny filters to place in front of the nostrils and claim that it gives extra coronavirus protection. Other companies have invented a nasal spray to protect from the virus. Master, could those things be effective in some measure?
I don't know, guys. I have not tried, okay? I haven't seen it. It probably could help, but I don't know how much.
Yes.
Because it's put in your nose. It's very difficult to feel good about it, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. The Jain people, they wear a mask in front of them all the time, most of them. The real Jains. Because when Lord Mahavira was still in the world, he advised them to do that in order not to kill the insects, the bacteria or whatever that comes through your nose.
Yes.
So they still wear them like that. I saw some of them still wear it. And also when I was in Benin, I remember the king of Benin, he wore something to cover his nose also, but not like a mask, just cover in front of the nose only. I asked what's the custom of that, and the prince that invited me there, the prince of Benin, he told me that is because the king should not breathe the same air as the commoners. Yeah, maybe it's a custom, but it also helps to avoid some infection, eh?
Yes.
People have to prove it by evidence, yes, by a trial. And then they have the proof, then they can say it by the experiments. And not for me to say, I'm not a doctor. Yeah, I'm not a virologist. I don't want to say things that might influence people in a not a favorable way. Okay, my love?
Yes, thank you, Master.
You could try, eh? You want to buy it? Order it? Yes.
No, Master.
Whatever you order, they buy for you anyway. They run. and buy for you. So if you want to experiment with that, then you can tell me. Otherwise, I don't want to experience that. I don't think it's very comfortable. Yeah. But I'm alone, so I don't need to wear a mask or anything. And I don't need much in retreat. I have some clothes brought to me sometimes, so I wear them. But they put them far away and I go out and get them. So I don't see people that much. Not at all. Not at all, really. I don't even see the skunks. I feed them and they eat a lot. They eat more than I do. My God. Only 2 or 3 of them. I think the cat also has influence. The cat also helps to take care of the food. They like it so much. They eat it all. Most of the time, nothing left. Yeah. The fruit and the rice and the noodles that I mix together with vegetables, protein for them. Not salty, not very salty, no. But they like it so much. They ate them all. In winter, they cannot find anything to eat, I guess. Okay. So they are my company, but we don't see each other even. I saw the cat only a couple of times. The skunks, I don't see them. But they welcomed me when I first came. That's how I know they exist in my environment. When I first came, I went up to the top of the hill and looked to see what the surroundings are like. Yes, I always do that. Whenever I come to a new environment, I always check. I check the situation.
Yes, Master.
Like a spy, like 008. All right, my love. So that's the question, right?
Yes, Master.
The spray, the nasal spray, sometimes it helps when you have a blocked nose, yeah? I used that sometimes before. When it's winter and I had to go out to do lecture or group meditation, I often had a runny nose or cold, common cold. And then I use a spray and it helps, yes. But if it helps or not concerning COVID-19, that I don't know. People have to do a lot of experimentation in order to come to a conclusion. Also, whether or not it has any side effects. Because sometimes the side effect is worse than the sickness itself. You know that, right?
Yes.
Okay, my love. Is that enough for you?
Yes, thank you, Master.
Other questions?
Yes, Master. One article on Fox News mentioned that coronavirus vaccination may be cause of rare blood disorder in at least 36 people.
Yes.
Also, another article stated studies show about a half to 2/3 of patients have symptoms like aches, chills, and headaches after the second COVID-19 vaccine.
Yes.
And some describe swollen lymph nodes after taking the mRNA vaccines. Also, Dr. William Schaffner with Vanderbilt University Medical Center said between 20 to 40% of vaccine recipients may experience side effects after their second dose.
How much percent was that?
20 to 40% of
Okay.
recipients.
Wow, that's a big number. Okay.
Yes, Master. What does Master think about it? Could this mean that vaccines are really not the answer?
Well, to many others, they are okay. Like all medicines, there are side effects.
Yes, Master.
And to some, the side effect is more obvious and more painful. And to some, it's very little. They report even some die immediately after the second and even have the COVID-19 infection again. So what to do? Because, you see, excuse me, I ran so fast before and I did not put on warm clothes. I had some trouble, a little bit. Don't worry, I will take care of myself. Just drink some lemon juice or something. I don't have lemon, but I have lemon powder. Maybe it's the same. And then maybe just gargle with some salt water, warm water. Should be all right. Okay, now your question was, what do I think about the side effects? Yeah? Okay. Of course, there will be side effects for some people, and there will be some not. Yeah? because people's body makeup and resistance are different from one to another. Yeah, and normally we don't hear any medicine. When you take medicine from the doctors, there is always a writing like side effects, like this and that and others. Yes, yes. Normally we don't hear much because that's just individual things, and not everybody take the same medicament at the same time in order to see, the big number of side affected patients or persons. But this one is different. It's COVID-19, and there are millions of people are affected. So when they take the vaccine at the same time, so the number is very, very big. But this one is different. It's COVID-19, and there are millions of people are affected. So when they take the vaccine at the same time, the number is very, very big. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, Master.
Whether or not they are cured or whether or not they are having side effects. So that became more prominent, more huge in number. So it sounds very scary. But every medicine has side effects. That everyone knows.
Yes, Master.
So sometimes on the medicine bottle or the prescription, the doctor warns you, or the pharmacist or the medicine company, they warn you. They say we have this and that effect. And in some very violent effect, they have to go to the doctor again or go to the hospital, and they have to stop taking that medicine because it doesn't agree with them.
Yes, Master.
Because their bodily makeup and resistance cannot tolerate that kind of medicine. Okay? Yes.
Yes,
and some other they can. Especially if you already have some like pre-existing symptoms. Is that what they call it?
Yes, Master.
Existing symptoms, like another disease with you, or an underlying disease, or you are sensitive or something, then that COVID medicine jab will also affect you more than other people.
Yes, Master.
And the outcome will be more obvious. Yes?
Yes, Master.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's no end to problems. The solution sometimes became a problem by themselves.
Yes.
But what to do? If people want to take the risk, then they have to.
Yes, Master.
In some cases, they say it works and people like them.
Yes, Master.
Even some people cheated in order to get the vaccine. Yes. They went to another country so that they can have the vaccine. Yeah, before everyone else. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, Master.
Whereas in their country, they probably had to wait, or maybe the vaccine wasn't there yet.
Yes, Master.
And there are some two people in California or somewhere, in America anyway, they pretended to be very old so that they can get the vaccine. Yeah. And some very old persons in England or elsewhere, they took the vaccine just to show that there's no problem. They have no problems.
Yes, Master.
Yeah. The first vaccinated persons in England, there were two older persons, very old, almost 100 years old. Yeah. They took the vaccine first of all. They let them have it first, and then printed on the newspaper like advertisement. So, you see, this world is tragic, but it's so funny in a way. It's like a very sad comedy, our lives.
Yes, Master.
Whatever you do, like damn if you do, damn if you don't, huh?
Yes.
So, it's an adventure. The human life is an adventure.
Yes.
And then whether or not you fare well or you fare not well, you cannot do anything, okay? It depends on your merit, whether or not your merit is thin or your merit is abundant. If it's abundant, then probably you can avoid many sufferings and many diseases in your life. But if it's thin, and if you have done something bad in the other life or in this lifetime, that reduces your merit as well as creates more bad karma for you, then you just have to take the consequences.
Yes.
That's what we all know, but not everyone adheres to it. That is the problem. I'm telling you, right now I'm worried about something very much more serious. Everybody should worry because if, after all, if I fail to negotiate, if humans continue their barbarous ways, things could happen to the whole world and sudden, nobody has time to prepare. Just like the pandemic. You got that?
Yes, Master.
I really lost sleep over that. I'm trying my best, of course. But can you see how difficult it is even just to have a conference with you?
Yes, Master.
Suddenly my phone did not work. And then I tried to call by mobile phone. Nothing worked. Yes. Then I had to run to another area where I prepared another computer with the internet. So sometimes it's like that, okay?
Yes, Master.
But it's your fault that you stay there. I told you if you want, you can go sleep because I didn't know how long it takes. I didn't know if it works in the other area this way because I had not tried it here yet.
Yes, Master.
Normally I work in the other place. So I try in another area now. And it works. Thank God for that. Okay? Yeah. I was thinking maybe it doesn't work. It seemed like a bad day, you know, nothing worked. Suddenly the phone just went dead.
Oh.
Just 2 seconds ago, I was still talking to one of your brothers about the conference. I wanted to ask whether or not everything is okay and all that. And then after I hung up, it doesn't work anymore. Believe it or not, just like that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not like it has nothing, just the connection, everything look okay. The electricity was still there. When you pick up, there's a red light. That means it's connected. It has the electricity and everything. But then suddenly it just went dead like that.
That's true.
Yeah. And then I call your brother on the phone. His phone didn't work. Or my phone didn't work. It's just like that, you know, suddenly. And it happened before, but I could fix it quickly enough. This time it did not. It did not let me fix. All right then. I just hope we still can continue to talk to each other. I don't know how long, but whenever we can, no?
Thank you, Master.
All right, my love. Any other questions?
Yes, Master.
Tell me.
Master, regarding the angry animal souls in the COVID-19, was it the same with Spanish flu?
Oh, different, of course. Of course, different animals.
Oh.
I see.
Different animals. Also different war before that. War.
Understand.
Yeah, creek. War. The war, you know, WAR?
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
It's not just the animals, it's the war and the oppression and the, you know, political turmoil within different countries
Yes.
that broke out in war, and many people suffer and many people died unjustly and agonizingly. If our world continues the way it has been, I cannot say anything anymore. Whatever happens will happen, okay?
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
You know, even the best lawyers, sometimes they lose the case.
Yes.
Because of evidence, or because he cannot find evidence, or because he's too bad to rescue. Because all the evidence probably against the defendant, and the lawyer, the best lawyer, cannot do anything.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
So it's like that. So all we have to do is just be good, be compassionate. Don't kill people, don't kill animals to eat anymore, then everything will calm down. But nobody listens to me, so I'm just talking to you. I'm only talking to you. You are all I have. No, the thing is we talk and then maybe we put on TV and other people may listen, okay?
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
I'm sure some do, yeah, but I just hope that the number will be sufficient so that we can rescue our planet and rescue many people and children, innocent children, okay? Because when the big karma comes, collective karma, that karma will not spare anyone. Okay?
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
All right.
Master, how about other zoonotic diseases? Do they also have animal soul inside?
What is that?
How about other zoonotic diseases?
Oh, yeah, similar. That's why in heaven they don't have this kind of disease. Don't you see?
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
If you ever go to heaven or my disciples go to heaven, they don't see any pandemic over there. They never come back and report to me, oh, Master, in such and such heaven, they are having also a pandemic right now. Nobody ever reported to me like that. And all of the Buddha's stories about his disciples went to heaven, nobody came back and ever reported that, okay, we have pandemic up there.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
No, because up there they don't kill anybody. They don't kill animals to eat.
Yes.
I'm not saying that the humans are bad or anything. I have always been telling you that they have been poisoned too long. They have been misled into this kind of way of life, and so difficult for them to turn around. Even all the masters came and went already for so many thousands of years. Their lives did not change much. Only now is the first time ever that there are more vegans than any other time in our history.
Yes. It's true.
Yes, and because due to the communication convenience nowadays, like we have television, we have telephone, we have newspapers,
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
internet,
Yes.
and that's how we are better now.
Yes.
Okay, any other questions?
Master, regarding the covenant that God made with the American President Trump, Master, since some people were determined at all costs to prevent him to fulfill that covenant, is it possible to fulfill it through another means?
What means you think?
Not sure, Master.
Me neither. Okay? There is no means that you can erase the karma of the big population of the world as well as of America, to be specific. They just have to leave the meat. And even President Trump doesn't have to be there. There will be peace and good happening to them. Okay, huh? Yes.
Yes, thank you, Master.
Of course. Like, don't say about President Trump. You look at all the masters, they're powerful, no?
Yes, Master.
They came from heaven with heaven mandate, yes?
Yes, Master.
With the heavenly power to come down to help humans, but humans always kill them. Mostly kill them. They did fulfill some of their mission, but not completely. You see that?
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
It's like President Trump, he did halfway, okay?
Yes.
But never mind, whatever. What can we do? I am very sad every time I see animal suffering, that, oh, I cry, I stamp my feet, and I was agonized, for the whole night that day or that night. And oh my God, it's like somebody stabbing me in my heart. So I do my best what I can, okay, huh?
Thank you, Master.
Thank you, Master.
Thank you, Master.
Yeah, but very sad and very, not all that easy. Yeah, not easy. All right, love. We will see what will transpire in the future, okay?
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Sometimes there are obstacles, but that doesn't mean it's forever, no? Yeah?
Yes, Master.
It's not easy to be a good president, okay? Like, for example, former President Clinton,
Yes, Master.
before he became president, oh my God, so much turbulence. And after he became president, a similar thing happened again. After he already quit the presidency, the second term, he's done, right?
Yes, Master.
And still, they still talk bad about him nowadays. Now and then I still see it on newspaper, something, people talk things very poisonous about him and his wife as well. The price is high.
Yes, Master.
You can see Jesus, he didn't do anything. They kill him. Buddha just preached, non-violence, and they want to assassinate him. Mahatma Gandhi, Yeah.
Yes, Master.
Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and many Sikh masters died tragically, for example.
Yes, Master.
It's not easy to rescue the people on this planet. Really, really, all the masters have sacrificed so much, so much. And there's no words to describe all their sacrifices, inside and outside, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and psychologically as well. All means, all times. Yeah. And the humans are still like that. Any other questions?
In a recent conference, Master explained that she got knee problems for taking the karma for a non-resident.
Oh, yes.
When Master takes on such karma from a disciple, does it have to be taken on Master's body? Or could it be paid off in another way?
Oh, sometimes there can be other ways to do it, sometimes cannot, okay?
Yes, Master.
It depends. You see, if the master, like, for example, Lord Jesus, he cannot do otherwise.
Yes.
Otherwise, he could have. Many other masters, same. It depends. Depends on what connection you have with that person, or what kind of karma she has. That cannot be diluted otherwise.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Any other question, my love?
Yes, Master. Could the blessing power karma nullifying work in such a case so Master doesn't have to take in on her body? Or that blessing power cannot be invoked for such a case?
I see. I forgot to go there and get some. It's not that easy, you know. Otherwise, all the masters would have done that. Yeah, would have just gone to the karma nullifying area and then ease it off. Sometimes the master has to pay the price. Some, very little compared to the karma. Very little. I'm okay now. I'm better now. Okay, thank you very much.
Oh.
Good to hear, Master.
Don't worry, I'm tough. Very tough. Yeah. Any other questions?
We don't have any more questions, Master.
No more?
No more, Master.
All right, then let's take a rest from our mental gymnastics. You want to still hear the story or you are sleepy? No hard feelings. Tell me the truth.
We want to hear, Master.
Huh?
We want to hear story.
Story.
A story? I thought you said snoring. We're snoring.
We want to hear.
I thought, my God, isn't he so honest? The telephones, the distant telephone is very, very funny sometimes. Last time we talked about Alexander, remember, huh?
Yes, Master.
Maybe I read this one. I'm not sure if it's good. Let me see if I have chosen it. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay. Here. Now, there is a story about Alexander. Alexander the Great.
Yes.
Last time we encountered him at the gate of heaven,
Yes.
Eden. Yes.
Yes.
And now there is a story about his questions. He is asking somebody about something. Maybe we can study that. Maybe you can answer him. I have no idea. You know, we're still lucky, no? We have telephone and then we can talk to each other like this. It's wonderful, no?
Yes, Master. So wonderful.
Now, there is a story saying that there are 7 questions from Alexander the Great. Oh, 7 questions. Yeah, looks like he's like you. He asks a lot of questions. If he's here now, probably he can join your club. 7 questions from Emperor Alexander. Okay. Alexander from Macedonia was a very, very great warrior of our world. A lot of things were happening then. Huh? Okay.
Yes.
So he conquered all the countries from the North Africa to India. That's a very, very big, how to say,
Territory?
big territory that he has conquered. Yes, thank you. It's lucky I keep talking to you, otherwise my English will be gone. And so never find it again. Now and again I have to talk to the Chinese and I was stumbling all the time because I forgot. Okay, so in the year 333 BC, he led a very great army to Jerusalem. And then he requested to see the best, the wisest persons in Jerusalem. He requested to meet them. I think he wanted to ask them something. That's why it was. Alexander went to Jerusalem and asked to see the wisest persons there. When the other wise people came to him, Alexander told them, I love wisdom above all else in this world. If all of you can answer all my questions, I will let you live in peace. So the other wise persons there in Jerusalem kept quiet then. They knew that Alexander didn't really love wisdom above all else in the world. They knew that he just talked like that, like most politicians. They just say they do this, they do that because of compassion, because of love, but it's all not true. It's just voting talk.
Yes, Master.
Talk for votes. But they didn't say anything. They have heard the things that Alexander had done when he went to Gordia, another place somewhere else. Okay. So the Gordia people brought to Alexander a very long rope with many, many knots, beautifully done and very expertly done. They knotted the rope, the long rope. They knotted them many little knots and make it become like a balloon. Very, very complicated. And then they told Alexander, whoever wants to become the king of Gordia must have the ability to undo all the knots on this rope. Do you have enough intelligence to do that? They asked Alexander. Wow, what a question to the emperor. To the one who even roars into fire. So Alexander took out his sword and said, I have all the strength. Instead of intelligence, they asked him if they have enough intelligence. He took out his sword and said, I have all the strength. And then he cut all the knots from the rope into 1,000 pieces. He announced, I have undone all the knots on the rope already. Now I am the king of Gordia.
Wow.
See that?
Yeah.
So easy to be the king. All you need is just a sword and then announce that you're a king. That's life over there. At that time, wow. So the wise sages of the Jerusalem understood very well that Alexander loved power, loved the strength of power more than wisdom. So they also understood that they have to be really careful how to answer his questions. Cannot be so careless, yeah, and casual. They knew already how he reacted in other countries. Now, Alexander asked them, who from among you is the best, the wisest one? Then they answered him, whoever can see beforehand all the consequences of his actions, he would be the wisest. Oh, he asked a question like, who would be? Translated again. Who would be the wisest? So they answered, whoever can see even before the consequences of your actions. They are teaching him, hey? I think.
Yes.
Yeah. As you saw, so shall you reap, no?
Yes, Master.
And then he asked again, and who is the hero? It means according to their opinion, who would be the hero? They answered, whoever can conquer fear and his own desire. This kind is a lowly desire. You should know desire. And then he asked again, who is the richest man? So they answer him, whoever is satisfied with what he has. That is the richest person. You know, these are the richest persons. And then next question. How can one find good friends? They answered, by not showing that you have more power than others. Ooh. Watch it, you guys. Men. Alexander got mad, as expected. He roared, that's not true. That's not correct. You know, he roared bigger than me, of course. I'm just a woman and old one. He probably said, that's not correct. Or even louder, that's not correct. Is it? I'm trying hard, but he beat me. I have more power than anyone else in this whole world. Many still became my friend because I have enough strength and power to help them. So the wise people, the wise sages kept quiet. Alexander could see that they did not believe that these people are real friends of Alexander. When you're powerful and rich, you don't really know who are your friends.
Yes.
They can turn around anytime when the situation is not favorable and beneficial to them, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. I saw that many times in my lifetime. I can attest to that. So Alexander asked them, among you, who is the wisest? They answer, all of us have the same wisdom, yeah, same intelligence. Alexander said, if all of you are truly of the same level of intelligence, why you don't follow my faith and act like me? Is it because you don't respect me? They answer, we are always tempted to change our faith, means religious belief. We are always tempted to change our faith and just to act like other people, to act like others. But we give our highest respect to someone who could withstand the temptation. At this moment, Alexander became more angry. He said, if I only say one word, all my guardians will kill all of you. Why are you not afraid? So they answer him, "We are not afraid because you have promised us that if we answer all of your questions, you will let us go in peace." A great emperor with such a incredible power like yours would never betray his promise. Got that? They're truly wise, huh?
Yes, Master.
Alexander realized that he has to let them go. Or people would think that he's a liar. Yes. So he controlled his anger. Deep breathing. And said, "Okay, I reckon that you have spoken with the wisest intelligence." So he gave them a lot of gifts with gold and silver, etc., and then let them live in peace. This story originally is written in the book Babylon Talmud. Right? It's good?
Yes, Master.
It's a short story. There's another story about him, but let's study the short one first. There's another one even. Oh, okay. Let's read it as well to make it finish. There's another story that has been written about the 10 questions from Alexander, not just 7. So there are 3 more questions. The first one, 3 more questions extra, you know? One of them was from the earth to the sky and from the east to the west. Which distance is longer? And the second question extra is, heaven or sky was established before or the earth was established first? And the third question is, the light has been created first or darkness has been created first? That's the 3 extra questions. Many of the other stories and many of the wise persons in the world have tried very hard to to answer these questions. There were some elders who answered these 3 questions above. The first question is, from west to east is a longer distance than from the sky to the earth. The proof is that when the sun is in the east, meaning very far, then even people can see it. But when the sun is in the middle of the sky, meaning very near, then nobody can see it. Huh. You understand what I'm saying? No.
No.
How can nobody see the sun when it's in the middle of the sky?
It's too bright. Cannot look at it.
No, you have to.
On top.
It's not that easy. It's right on top of you. But when the sun is in the east, just coming up, the sun just rising up, we can see it easily.
Yes.
Yeah, but when it's on top of us, we don't see it. Of course we can if we, crane our neck or something, yeah? And we can see it. But it's very difficult also because you'll be blinded by the magnificent sunshine that you don't even see very well. Yeah. So that's what they think. That's what they answer. And then the answer is that heaven, meaning the sky, is established before the earth. Because in the Bible, it is said that in the beginning, God made the heavens and then the earth.
Yes, Master.
The sky or heaven, they just say trời here, meaning the sky. Okay. The sky is also heaven. That's what it means here. So that means God made this heaven first and then make the earth after. It's also logical, eh?
Yes.
In the Bible, no? The Bible cannot say the wrong thing. Okay. And then the third question, they answer that. Of course, the Jewish people cannot answer anything different than, contradictory to the Bible. Because after that answer in the Bible, then we have to say that the darkness was created before the light. That's why in the Bible, God say that God wants light and there is light.
Yes.
Yes. It's also logical, eh? God just say, has one light and the light comes. So that means before that, there must have been darkness.
Yes.
Or else, why do we need light? And why did God have to create light? So that's also okay. Very good. Bravo. Clap, clap, clap. All right then. Now, any questions concerning this? Or you are sleepy and we can study it next time. Oh, my bad translation. Sorry. Any questions or other questions?
The second question not very clear to me, Master.
What?
What I mean is, if the sun is at the east, you can see it.
Yes.
But when it's above your head, you cannot see.
Yes.
Isn't it supposed to be further that you cannot see with your eyes? And if things that you can see with your eyes is closer.
Yeah, it's closer. When it's on top of you, mean it's closer than when it's far in the horizon, no? That's supposed to be like that. I'm not the questioner and I'm not the answer person either, okay? So, these wise people from the old time have tried very hard to answer these questions from Alexander because he, the Emperor Alexander the Great, was thinking he's the best. His ego puffed up to the sky. And then he tried to give them a hard time like that. Because he thought nobody could answer. But they had the Bible. You see, he didn't. So they could answer. But the first story has only 7 questions. The second story has 10 questions, 3 more extra. And the 3 extra questions are like that. Actually, when it's above you, then it seems closer. The distance is closer. But doesn't mean it's closer. Nobody can measure the sky yet, up to now, I think. Right?
Yes.
So, and when it's in the east, means it's far from you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, far from where you're standing.
Got it now, Master. Thank
Yeah. And when it's so far like that, even then, they can answer. So they mean when it's on top of your head, even though it's nearer, but you don't see it. So that means the farther one. Okay?
Yes.
Whatever they say there. I don't care about all this gymnastics either. It's just a story.
Yes.
Yeah.
There are some other stories similar like that in Chinese legends also. When we have time, we talk about that. Okay, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions?
I have a question, Master.
Yeah.
Well, just talking about leaders with power like that, when Master was George Washington or Genghis Khan or King Arthur, how did Master avoid all the war karma during those times?
I forgot. It's too long here, isn't it? Yeah. Everything in this world is not always the way it looks. Okay? Yes. And remember when you saw the story of King Arthur?
Yes.
Yeah, he had to deal with a lot of invasions from other countries, yes, and then from the black magic people as well. And sometimes they even send zombies. That looked like soldiers, but they were not. Therefore, it's okay to even kill them. They're not real. They're not real. They're made by magic.
Oh, wow.
They don't have soul in them. These kind of soldiers. So sometimes maybe you have to use magic to defeat them or just kill them outright. But that is a story only, yeah? Okay?
Yes, Master.
As a normal person, you don't know who's a zombie, who's not. So it's better not kill anyone. If they don't bother you, you don't bother them.
Yes, Master.
Even I told you the story about the Buddha a long time ago when he was the king of the heaven.
Yes.
I mean, lower heavens.
Yes.
Yes, Master.
He had to also fight with the astral. Remember?
Yes, Master.
And then he seemed to be losing the battle,
Yes.
but then he ran back. He retreated, and they reported to him that before there are a horde of some animals, and if we run through, we will kill them all, by stampede. So he immediately U-turned, even though that meant facing death.
Yes.
I don't know if they would die in the astral world, actually, but whatever, or being captured, because he lost already. But he U-turned because of his compassion. He U-turned, he did not want to kill these beings by accident, by stampeding with the horses and all that, and a big, huge army of people, his people. Yes. So he U-turned, and then he won. Yes, because suddenly the astral were thinking, there must be something, because he's coming back so strongly like that, so determinedly like that. So we better run. They couldn't guess, They couldn't guess. Because they don't have what he had, love, compassion for others. Not winning at all cost. So that's the story when he was the king of heaven. Some heavens and the lower heavens. So you never know. This world is, the whole thing in this world is actually illusion. That has never escaped my mind. Even when I'm working for Supreme Master Television or doing things, it's always there, okay? It's always, I know, that it's all illusion. But the people, the beings here suffer so much, and they don't know it's an illusion, and they suffer all the same. And as long as we have this human body, we suffer anyway. Got that?
Yes.
So once we're here, we help them to get out of the illusion.
Yes,
Master.
That's the best. That's the highest freedom ever. Otherwise, as long as you're here, even if you help them with money, you help them with housing, you help them with clothing, anything, you give them all the material comfort, they're still in illusion.
Yes.
So the Buddha says, of all the charities, giving Dharma, giving the truth teaching, the truth teaching, the liberating teaching is the best gift, is the best charity. That's why at that time, whoever wanted to become a monk, he let them immediately. Because the monks at that time can go out and spread his teaching.
Yes, Master.
Nowadays, we have television. We have internet. There's also my monks. You also my monks and my nuns. Because we are spreading the truth. And that's the best help for anyone. Because they be liberated. If they know the truth, if they study the truth, if they embrace the truth, they will be liberated forever. Out of this illusionary dream forever. Yes. Because what's the use if I give them a lot of money or houses, if I have, or anything that make them comfortable? I give what I can, of course, while they are still in prison. But the best for any prisoner is that they are free, right?
Yes.
So we give the prisoners what we can, at least a little comfort physically. But we liberate them. We free them. That's the best. So the teaching of the masters free people, souls, forever. And that's the best gift, the best charity ever. Do you understand now? Because what's the use if I just give them every day or every month? Oh, are you still there? Okay. I step on the phone. I don't have a good chair, so I just move a little bit and I forgot the phone is under my feet. Yeah, because I have to drag it up near me so that I can be near the phone and the camera and the computers. I can see you and myself, of course. Beautiful face. Yeah. On my computer, I look perfect, but in the camera, the camera is too truthful. It never tells lie about my wrinkles and my gray hair and whatever. Okay. Don't think I did a lot with my hair or anything. I just zip it up, okay? With this. With the crocodile.
Oh, yes.
I just one the crocodile clip. That's it. Yeah, nothing more. I look good, no?
Yes, very good.
Look like I went to the hair salon or something.
Yes.
I didn't. I just clip it up, whoop, and then it's like that. Look good. Okay. Now, so what's the good if I keep coming to the prison? I give the prisoner all the things that they need, as long as the prison allows in their little cells. They call it cell, right?
Yes.
So how much can you have in a cell anyway? What more can you need in a prison? And even if I give them gold, can I spend it in there? Maybe. It may make them more trouble because other inmates may want to steal it from them or maybe kill them for it. See that?
Yes.
So what's the good if I keep going into prison every day, giving them all the best luxuries in the world, but I could never take them out of prison? They will continue to stay in prison forever. Enjoying more new potatoes or whatever I bring, but that's it. Just stay in the cell forever.
Yes.
Similarly, the best is that I give them the truth and they be awakened. They come for initiation and they will awaken themselves. That's the best. And then they will be liberated forever. That's the best thing. That's why the Buddha said, donate the true teaching, the Dharma, is the best donation. It's the best charity.
Yes.
It's all illusion. It's all illusion. But we still play the game. We play it just like that. I play alone. Like if you go to kindergarten, you don't tell them Einstein stuff, no? You will be on your knees and playing with their toys. And telling them simple songs and simple stories. Okay?
Yes.
You cannot do much more than that. They would not understand. They would not be able to understand anything and they will feel very bored. They will think you are a very boring person. Don't know how to play with these toys, trains, and the dolls and the puppy, dogs and stuff like that.
Yes.
Toys, puppies. You are very boring. One kid, and she told me I'm very boring. A long time ago, when she was a kid, she wanted to go to Disneyland. She wanted to go to cinemas. She wanted to go swim with the dolphins. She wanted to do this and that and the other. Yes. And I don't do such. So she said I'm very, very boring. She told me to my face. Yeah. And meanwhile, I like to lay in front of that was in Japan, huh? She's grown up now and graduated and all that. I wanted to go to Africa or something to save sentient beings over there. All right. So I was in Japan and we had a little wood cabin there. And then I laid out outside in the balcony. And then I made a fire outside in the balcony. A safe fire, of course. It's warm because it's very cold. It was kind of almost winter or something. And I lay there enjoying it so much. The tranquility of the surroundings in the middle of the forest with the stream running outside of my door, of my balcony, just next to it, down there. If I jump down from the balcony, then I'll be in the river. So that near. And then I told her, oh, this is wonderful. She said, it's so boring. And there was another story. There's a saint who happened to go to hell, or the half hell area, or the astral area, where a group of people were playing cards together, playing cards to gain money and all that. And he said, oh my God, it's so dark in here, and there's smoking and all that stuff in there. The air is bad. They stay there all day, all night, just munching sandwiches and then playing cards all the time. And he said, oh, I have a house in heaven. It's much better. It's bright. It's wonderful. Good air and everything. You'll be free. Why stay here? Come with me. They asked, can we play cards in heaven? And he said, no, in heaven you don't play cards. It's a different dimension. People are different. They're bright, they're intelligent, they have other hobbies, they're creative. They don't play cards. This is very low level of game. So they say, oh, then we don't go there. We don't want to. We want to play cards. Yeah, see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's not like, okay, if you are sane and you want to cure people of their bad habits or lead them into a brighter dimension, heaven, it's not like that. It's not that easy, okay, huh? Yes. People are addicted to whatever they're used to in their life, and they don't want to listen to anything else. They don't want to do anything else. That's why many people, they sell all their houses and they even sell their wives and kids to play cards. They cannot stop, okay? Also, the ghosts around them push them to do more because they like it. That kind of ghost who likes gambling. And then they push the people who have such a tendency more and more down that road, and they will never be able to quit. Many things in the world, like war, famine, and bad things. I mean, bad things are created by these kind of ghosts, demons, zealous demons and ghosts. They want to make trouble. I told you already, yes?
Yes.
So that people will fight to each other, and then people will die, and then they will feast upon these dead corpses. That's what they eat. So they cannot help people to make peace. They must make war.
Yes, ma'am.
So sometimes they tempt the leaders of the nations to make war with each other because of that. I know all that. If you are very low level, it's easy to be tempted by this kind of demons. If you are higher level, they cannot touch you. You are out of their range. Just like some telephone, it works there, but it doesn't work here. It works here, it doesn't work there. When you go out of range, it's like that. The world is in trouble because many people are still in a very low level, very vulnerable, and succumb to this kind of temptation, bad influence by these demons. They talk into their ears, you don't hear it, but they can influence you by their talk and their power, dark power. If you're higher, then you can resist. If you're lower, they always can get you, one day or another. Even if you are a practitioner and you have maybe some bad tendency or some lower desire or something, and you allow yourself to follow it, then they also can get you.
Yes,
Master.
That's why some of the disciples left our group, left the Master or left Supreme Master TV also, because their level is too low. And we're trying very hard to help them. And if you keep doing Supreme Master TV, that will help you. But if you allow yourself to think of other mundane desire or comparing or thinking or trusting your colleagues or master, then you're in big trouble. I think this cannot be rescued anymore, this type of people. Okay?
Yes, Master.
Last time I told you the story, only half the story I forgot. There was a man who met the fairy and stayed with her, remember?
Yes, Master.
In the fairy palace and all that. And then when she left for some conference, she told him not to open that door.
Yes, Master.
Yes.
I forgot to tell you the end. It's not a happy ending. He opened that door anyway. You know, man, they do what they're told not to. Some men do that. Many men do that. Yes. It's good for the ego, you know. I am man. I don't listen to anybody. I don't listen to women, especially. Yeah. Maybe that's why my mission is difficult, because I'm not a man. I'm a woman. Okay, never mind. It has to be like that. It's arranged like that. So he opened the door and he saw the world down there. Us, our world. And then he missed his home. He's homesick. Missed his parents, or friends, and whatnot, whoever not. So he went home. Of course, he left a note, you know, like other men. Sorry, I didn't want to, but I must. Like that. Then he left, he went home. When he went back to his hometown, nobody recognized him. Nobody knew anything about him at all. Because hundreds of years had passed already. Heaven's time, compared to our time, is very quick.
Yes.
The story of the man who asked God for $1 million. He say, wait a second, yeah?
Yes.
Because a second in heaven is some couple of hundred years, yeah?
Yes.
Or more? Yes. So he went back and then he kept looking for his home. His home was no more. His friends no more. His parents no more. His siblings no more. Nobody. No one in his hometown or his village, even the neighbors, knew anything about him. He kept going around, and he encountered some of the very old men, old, and he talked about his situation, you know, dilemma. And then he said, "Oh, I heard something from my great-great-great-grandfather coming down to my great-great-grandfather, and then my great-grandfather, and my grandfather, and my father." And then they told me that long ago there was such and such person named so and so, but he disappeared some 100 years ago, and it was just like a legend to us, like a story, you know, for kids, like yeah, like a legend, a story, folklore, but we never believe it exists anyway. Yeah. So that's what happened to the guy who was too nosy. Yeah. He was happy all the time with her until he opened that door when she was not home. She should have never left. She should have known men. They cannot be alone for a second. They say they want to be alone, but yeah, if you put a case of a non-alcoholic beer, a television, and a remote control, then he can be alone for a long time. That was another joke, okay? It's not my joke, so don't be angry with me. Any other questions, my love?
No.
No?
No more, Master.
No more? Good. Then we can go, and you think about it next time if we have a chance to talk again. And if you have any other questions, we can always discuss.
Thank you, Master.
You all right, yeah? In any way, in your situation. You all good?
Yes,
Yes, Master. Thank you.
Okay, 2 o'clock, man. This is a real time, 2:01. It's good. Then you go try to catch up with your sleep. Try to meditate before you sleep, always. Okay, huh?
Yes.
As much as you can until you cannot anymore, and then you drop. Then during the night is a continuation of meditation. That's how we make time, because we don't have a lot of time.
Yes.
I appreciate that you work day and night. You know, sometimes you work day and night. And you meditate 3 times a day. Be happy. I don't ask you to meditate 5 times. The Muslims, they pray 5 times a day.
Yes.
But they don't know the tradition. 5 times is for the person who works all day and night also, and has family and all that. So 5 times is to make up for 2.5 hours.
Yes.
Yeah. Each time prayer about half an hour, and then meditating, you know, they call it prayer because nowadays they don't remember that it's a meditation. 5 times half an hour, that is 2.5 hours, no?
Yes.
Yeah, so I also told my disciples they can divide it. If they don't have time to do it 2.5 hours straight on one straight time, then they could do it here and there half an hour, or even a few minutes here and there, 20 minutes, 10 minutes, to make up for the time lost.
Yes, Master.
All right then, if no more question, then I go back to the other place. Because this place is just like a storeroom. I store things, but of course there's a computer, okay?
Yes.
And there are also internet. So I can talk to you if the other phone did not work. There's even a phone, you saw?
Yes.
And if I want to talk to you by mobile, I have to go outside. Yeah, a little bit further where there's some clearance. Because the forest, sometimes it doesn't pick up the signal very well. Mountains.
Yes.
But it's good, my God. I feel better than the king in the old times. Yeah, in the old times, even some kings nowadays in some African countries, there are some tribal kings. They call them also princes, kings, or leaders. If they want to go to contact the world, they have to walk far distances, long distances, to go to some places where they can find access for internet.
Yes, ma'am.
And they are real kings and princes, but they did not have the facility in their area. Yeah, they are kings, because in the old times, kings were like that also. In some small areas, a few 100,000 people, or even just some tens of thousands of people, and their environments for a few square kilometers, then they are also kings.
Yes. Yes.
The Vatican is 0.5 kilometers square, right? More or less, no?
More or less.
And Monaco, how wide is Monaco? Check it out right now, tell me. How big is Monaco? Also maybe about 3 kilometers square or something? No? How much?
It's only 2 square kilometers.
2 square kilometers, more or less. Only, really?
Yes, 1.95 square kilometers, or 0.5 square mile.
0.5 square mile only, really? I mean the whole Monaco?
Monaco, yes.
Wow, oh yeah. I forgot I was there. Sometimes when I was in France, I was there. When I felt not well, I would go there. The sea, the breeze. I was coughing a lot and was having trouble. But when I went there with the sea, small hotel and then a seaside hotel, I felt better after a couple of weeks. And drank a lot of juice at the bar downstairs. I became such a regular that they make a drink after my name. Really, they told me this and this is the name of the non-alcoholic cocktail, new one. Yes, they're very nice, you know, all the hotel people there, very nice people, very nice staff, you know. They really do anything for you, anytime. They're very friendly, very genuine. I like them so much. We had a lot of fun. I always made jokes with them. They really loved me. That's it, right? Is that it, right?
Yes, Master.
What was it? Why I talk about Monaco? Okay. Yeah. Nowadays, even there's some kingdoms are small.
Yes. Yes.
And like Prince Albert, he's still the king there.
Yes.
Yeah. Of course, they call him Prince Albert. But he's the de facto king of that country. And also there's another kingdom country. I forgot. Tell me.
Liechtenstein.
No. The one that's in the middle of Italy.
Or San Marino.
San Marino. Then also there's another one. Liechtenstein.
Yes. Yes.
Is that also small, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, very small.
How big is it? And how big is the Vatican? One searched the another, not together, same thing. The first one searched for Vatican, the other searched for Liechtenstein, and the other one searched for San Marino, 1, 2, 3. All the girls also do it. Tell me.
The Vatican is 1 kilometer long and 0.85 kilometers wide.
So almost like 2 kilometers square, right?
0.5 kilometers square.
0.5 kilometers square only, yes. And it's also like a kingdom. It's a different kind of kingdom, but they have guards and all that, okay? Yeah, they have governments inside, working all kind of things. And how about Liechtenstein and San Marino? Is a kingdom or just a country?
Liechtenstein says it's 160 kilometers square.
Oh, that's big, that's
But
big.
that seems big.
That's big. But San Marino?
San Marino is 24 square miles.
Oh, that's big. Okay, fine. All right, so we don't include them. 20 square miles, huh?
24, yes.
They're also not too big either, you know. But nowadays, it's like that. In old times, most kingdoms are small like that. Okay? Yes. And then later, maybe they united together. Like China or Mongolia. Yeah, they became united. Different tribes, different small countries became one. Okay? It's like United States nowadays. So the governors of your country, they are truly small kings. Yes. Yes. In the old time, it's like that. There were small countries, small kings, and with one big king, you know, they call him emperor, and the other ones are kings. The other small areas, yeah?
Yes.
That make up that kingdom, they call them kings also. Wang, yeah. And the other one, Wang Ti, means the emperor and kings, yes. We are talking so much. All right, thank you for your attendance.
Thank you, Master.
Thank you, Master.
We made it after all, huh? We made it, huh? Anyway.
Thank you, Master.
Thank you, Master.
So, ciao. Good night.
Good night, Master.
God bless. Peace for you.
Thank you, Master.